right, welcome back to the Stardom Venom Fantasy Football Podcast, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm here with my man Dan Ambrose. Dan, what's happening?
Not much. I think this has probably been the greatest summer in Vegas since I've lived here. July has been cool by desert terms.
But your WNBA picks have been fire, though.
That is true.
Despite the cool weather.
I am owning the WNBA as we speak.
Let's go around the horn. So today, it's kind of an update day. We did a few episodes, just released one today. Editing takes a while. So let's go through some of the feedback we've got. I think that'd be pretty fun. One of which was editing sucks. So we're trying here. All right. Interns, if you're interested, you want to work for us, please let me know. You can contact me. I'd love to hire you for intern money.
Which is zero. That means zero.
It's good for your education. All right. It's good learning experience to get on board of something that sponsors are just calling every day trying to get in on this podcast. We're just rejecting people constantly. A few updates in the NFL too. Darren Waller, he's back. Not only did he come out of retirement, the man was traded. His rights were traded to come out of retirement. So Darren Waller now plays for the Miami Dolphins. Dan, what's your thoughts on this?
It'll be interesting. I guess after the Dolphins got rid of Smith, it makes sense in that way. Him taking a year off, going through some of the stuff that he does off field with the divorce, everything like that. It'll be interesting to see how, I guess, in game shape he'll be to start the season for sure.
And mentally, let's face it, he's got an interesting track record. I don't know. I'm rooting for him. I love the Raider Darren Waller. He was unbelievable. Obviously,
me too. Missed that.
Yeah, I bet you do. But you got Bowers now, so what are you complaining about?
Two's better than
Andrews
one.
was not traded. Mark Andrews was not traded to Miami, as my prediction went.
Yeah, nice prediction there.
Yeah, it failed. So my first loss of the season with predictions. Noah Fant, another tight end, they outright released him in Seattle. Didn't see that one coming, but this really elevates Elijah Arroyo, the rookie coming out. He's pretty exciting, so we'll see what happens.
Was the Fant thing due to injury, or what was the deal?
No, just lack of production. Noah Fant,
really?
And he has been injured almost every season. And we look at him, I swear to God, I think his most games he ever played was probably 14 or 15. He's had one of those hype guys that has high ceiling, and everybody talks about him, just never clicked. Honestly, I didn't even have him ranked in my top 15.
He's an Iowa guy, isn't he?
I believe he is. And Iowa just produces stud tight ends. So we have a couple guys with contract hamstrings. That's what I'm going to call them. Terry McLaurin, big news, shows up in Washington. Big news, has hamstring problems. Cannot practice anymore. What a power move.
Just hanging out with the boys for a couple weeks.
Yes. Danny, you call this a hold-in, right? I like that a lot, by the way. That's a beautiful phrase. Yep, I would use that one for this. I'd also talk about my other contract hamstring. Juwan Jennings of the San Francisco 49ers. Ayuk still out. Big opportunity here. Ricky Pearsall, maybe he does something. Kittle's going to be healthy. Juwan Jennings getting all geared up, and this guy's asking for money. He's like, you got to pay me. They're saying, whoa, take it easy. And all of a sudden now he's got hamstring problems. So we got two guys, McLaurin, Jennings, both need money, both deserve money, saying, I'm not feeling it. So they said they're hurt, and so hold-ins going on there. Any thoughts on this? I think it's a power move. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are in a spot where they want guaranteed money, right? And the receivers are making crazy money right now. Very lucrative position right behind the quarterback. So, I don't blame them. But I think they'll both be there week one, though, and because nobody likes doing preseason football.
I don't blame them. And it's funny, San Fran, they had the whole situation with Brandon Ayuk, and in my opinion, he was not able to get to full speed because of the disaster contract situation a few years back. He got 4 years, $100 million, I think, and now he's not even playing. The man got hurt right away. So, so I think a lot of people are hesitant, pulling to Jerry Jones, like, hey, man, I gave Dak Prescott a lot of money, and then he got injured. I love that reasoning as to why he's not paying Micah Parsons, by the way. That's gold. Jerry, don't ever change. Just stay there. Be your creepy old man self and say horrible things and keep doing stupid things. We love you in the NFC East. We
hell of a scene though in the show Landman. So if you
I haven't seen that yet. I heard it's pretty good.
Watch it. It is
all
awesome.
Right. I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. And speaking of the Cowboys, they have two offensive linemen like today. Like one almost died. He broke his neck. He's okay. I'm being over dramatic, but that man is in a rough spot. Robert Jones, he was a kind of a 4-year journeyman, came over there to help out, was starting with the ones. He's out, broke his neck, kept playing. Not quite Mike Tyson broke my back, but he broke his neck. Then the other one, Gutton, starting left tackle, fractured, and it's going to be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Won't need surgery. Big news today. So any thoughts on your previous team, the Cowboys? There was a moment where you were a Cowboy guy.
No, I kind of just shut them out of my life and continue to do so, and it doesn't look like much has changed. Jason Garrett really ruined that for me, about as much as he ruins his Sunday Night Football for me now.
Yeah, I like it. I like that pull too. You can't trust those gingers. Then there's one more item I wanted to kind of surprise attack you with. What do you think of the Billy Joel documentary?
I still have not watched it. So,
dude, you got to get on it. It is awesome. I really enjoyed it. Part 1, much better than part 2, but really enjoyable. If you haven't seen it, Billy
busy
Joel,
watching Happy Gilmore too.
I enjoyed that as well. Yep, there was a convenient few nights where Lisa fell asleep early and the TV was mine. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed Happy Gilmore too. I thought it was so much better than I anticipated. I had zero expectations of that movie, and I think I laughed out loud way more than I thought it would. What do you think? Honestly, I enjoyed it, man.
I didn't like it that much. It was fine, I guess, in the sense of like I didn't have to go to the movie theater, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, right.
But if I never watched it again, I'd be all right. I do love Adam Sandler though, so
I have to be in the right state of mind to get in that spot. I was in the right state of mind that night, so it was enjoyable. Other feedback we got, a lot of people now requesting to be on the show. Eventually, you will be. If you want to be on the show, we can probably bring you in. The goal of the show eventually is to bring in people to give us their lineups for fantasy. We're going to kind of critique that, make some jabs at your lineup, also commend it where it's needed. But the goal of it is for us to pick 3 major players on your team or somebody else's team that you're playing and let you bet them, prop bet wise. So we're going to pick a few players from your teams and go ahead and say, you know what, you should do this, you should do that, and we'll have fun with that. So it gives us something else to root for. You can kind of double down on your team, or you can hedge and bet against your team by betting on your opponent if you think you're going to get blown up. Now, let's get into it. Today's goal is we're going to deep dive into the NFL schedule. We're going to be going over all teams, win-losses, starting with the NFC. We're just going to dive right in. So leading off is the NFC East. Dan, tell me what you got here.
For the NFC East, I really am not changing a whole lot from what happened last year. So last year, the Eagles, they were 14-3. The Commanders were second. They were 12-5. I do have the Eagles again winning this division this year at 13-4, and then I have like the Cowboys and Commanders kind of right behind them. I did 9-8. Again, these projections are in a perfect world, right? There's no injuries, not predicting injuries or anything like that. So if everything goes smooth, this is kind of how I do the projections and just pick the games.
That's a smart play. I did injuries and all that stuff in my head. This guy's going to be here 8 weeks. This guy's going to, I did it all out in my head. And
you can drive yourself crazy doing that.
I did. You know, this took me weeks to get done. So I've changed it about 12 times. Even before we had this call, I changed it 3 times. I don't do this. I don't go through pick beginning of the season. I'm a big week-to-week action kind of guy. I like to see what's out there, and I go off everything from weather predictions to injuries to Dan and I really get into it. So you'll see that as the season progresses. But I had the Commanders winning the division at 12-5.
Okay.
I got my Birds at 11-6. I got the Cowboys at 10-7, and I have the Giants at 6-11.
So according to your projections there, you should be betting the over on the Giants, the under on the Eagles, which I know you'll do, and the over on the Commanders and the over on the Cowboys.
Yeah, so he called out a key factor. I'm not going to bet against the Eagles. The under on the Cowboys, he said?
Yeah, no, you had the over on the Cowboys. So anyways, the Eagles, their win total this year is 11.5. So you're pretty close to where they think they're going to be at as well. Mm-hmm. And the Commanders had them a little high, so the sportsbooks have them at 9.5, a little bit juiced right now on the over too. It's at -120. So
big thing with the Commanders, they don't get the respect they deserve. I think because their run game is not the best. It's kind of Jaden Daniels, who's a dual threat, obviously, but you got Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. Nobody else really behind that.
So if you like the Commanders to win the division, I mean, actually, I don't mind their divisional odds to win. They're at +205, which is second best in the division. So, I mean, the Eagles are at -150 to win, so I don't think there's much value there.
No, there's not at all. And honestly, +205 isn't enough for me to chase the Commanders against my Eagles. I think if Barkley stays healthy, and I mean, I'm not worried. I think Eagles can win the division. Like I said, I factor in a few other things, and there's just a long record of guys that have surpassed 2,000 yards in their next season. They don't do too well. Barkley could be the exception. He's a physical freak, but at the same time, he's had a lot of injuries in his career.
Do any of these teams make the conference championship?
I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of the NFC East made the conference championship, whether it's the Eagles or the Commanders. That wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, so plus 330 for the Eagles and 825 for the Commanders. Again, I don't hate that Commanders one either, 8-1.
That's pretty good. That's
to win. That's to win the conference to go to the Super Bowl. So
that's not horrible. No. The Commanders are, by the way, they have the most wins in the NFC on my picks. Just throwing that out there now.
So talking about the bottom of the division, right? The Giants, I think the whole city of New York is going to be terrible this year. But I have them projected at 1-16.
Yikes.
So, yeah. Yikes. So I think it's going to be very, very rough for the Giants. It's funny. I saw on social media today, too, that Cam Scatteraboo, they showed a clip of him, and he made some remarkable catch that I don't know who was throwing it. It might have been Dart, but it ricochets off one of the defenders, and he catches it, but he's out of bounds. I mean, I don't know why we're getting so excited for a guy standing out of bounds, but I think that just shows where the state of the Giants and New York football is at right now.
That's great. If you haven't seen it, look up the Malik Neighbors 1 yard video. That's my favorite one out right now. So Malik Neighbors is asked, will close his eyes. He gets a measuring tape, and they say, do exactly a yard. The guy pulls like 10 inches and stops. And the girl's like, are you done? He's like, yeah. She's like, you sure? He's like, yeah. They go out, dude. And mind you, a yard, I think, is 36 inches or something, right? So he puts it next to it. It's the funniest video. You got to Google it. It's definitely worth it if you haven't seen it. But that summarizes the Giants to me, is that these guys think they have a chance. There's no way they got a chance. What are you going to win with Russell Wilson? Jackson Dart's going to be in there by week 14, 15.
I don't know. Yeah.
Where do you have him? I mean, I got him winning major games that I'm looking at that I see. You don't have them beaten. You obviously haven't beaten the Saints, right? Please tell me you haven't beaten the Saints.
So the one game that I had them winning was no. So weirdly, I have them late in the season beating Washington.
Okay, I can see that division rival. I gave them a win versus obviously the Saints, like I said. I think I even have the Eagles sweeping them. Yeah, that's funny. I'm just trying to look through where our differences are.
I mean, their schedule is not great, right? So they start the season at Washington, at Dallas, then they play Kansas City, the Chargers, Saints. I'll give you that. I mean, that'll be a good game.
Yep.
And then Philly, Denver, Philly, 49ers, the Bears, Green Bay, Detroit, New England. We don't know if New England's going to do anything, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're on a bye week late in the year, and then that's where I have them beating Washington. I
got them pulling ahead of Denver, and I also have them beating Caleb Williams in Week 10. And so those are the other wins with me. But, yeah, interesting.
I don't think they're getting a 5. Like, their win total is at 5.5, and currently the over's at plus 120. So the early money's also on that under. So,
yeah. All right. That's good to know.
Going to be a train wreck.
Yeah, I hope they're a train wreck. I love seeing other NFC East teams be a train wreck. It's fun. Just missed Tom Coughlin when they were a train wreck. Remember how red his face would get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those cold games and everything, too.
It was freezing. Yep. I'll never forget the Sean Jackson game with Miracle in the Meadowlands Part 2 with the muff punt, where not a muff punt, he punted right to Deshaun. It's my favorite. All right.
You guys won the Super Bowl that year, right?
All right, let's move on. Let's go to the next one. We did not win the Super Bowl.
So the NFC North. I think this division is interesting. I think we may disagree on a couple of these. Let's start with yours. Where do you have everyone?
I got the Lions winning the division at 10-7. I got the Bears at 8-9. I bought into the Bears hype. Vikings 8-9, and the Packers somehow got 6-11 on mine.
Okay. So you're down on the Packers this year. Okay.
Apparently. And this is one of the ones that I think I was changing, or I wanted to change right before our call. After looking at it, I'm like, yikes. You put them on paper, and you start going, I don't know, whatever. It's just, that's what it came out to, and that's where I'm at. So where's yours? What do you got?
So just going through like what you were saying there. So the Bears win total currently is at 8.5, and it's plus money right now. I think the highest I've seen maybe is plus 120, plus 130 on the over. So the early money is against both of us, because I agree. I have them at 10-7
right on
as well.
Yeah.
So, and I actually bet them at over 8.5 as well.
I like it, especially at plus money. That's fantastic. That's fun.
I think that's great
that.
with the over, what was it, 21.5 or 22.5 in touchdowns that we did for Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Williams,
So,
yep.
I heard that, what's the coach's name?
Ben Johnson?
Yeah, I heard him talking about how he wants Caleb to hit 70% this year. So,
Hell yeah. That would be great.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want him to get sacked every play. Then that would be great.
So the other one, the one that kind of shocked me was so the Lions at 10.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
After going 15-2 last year, I didn't think that. They have a tough schedule, but I didn't think that it was too crazy. Where they 10 seems low. I kind of I didn't bet it, but if I had to, I think they cover that. I think they get to 12 wins.
Do you? All right, I can see how that can happen. There's a rough stretch pretty much from week 3 through 7 minus the Browns game. And I have them winning 2 of those. I'm assuming you have them winning more.
No, I have them winning 3 out of those. I have them winning 3 out of those.
The Browns
5.
and the Bucks.
Yeah, I have them losing to the Baltimore and to the Bucks. I have them beating Kansas City and Cincinnati.
Interesting. Yeah. Right on. Okay. And Cincinnati? You love Cincinnati.
I know.
Okay. Very good to know. I'm high on the Lions. I don't think it's going to be as much of a regression as everybody thinks with Ben Johnson out of there. They brought in John Morton. John Morton's been with the team. He knows Jared Goff. He's coached him before. And, Dan Campbell's come out and said, nothing's changing. We have the same philosophy. So ground and pound and let Jared Goff throw for 4,000 yards again like he does every goddamn season. So,
yep. And I 100% lied. I did take the Lions. I'm looking through this now. I did take them at 10.5, over 10.5 minus 110. So
right on, man.
Yeah.
So you're in
I'm
there.
on that. So the one that we have the biggest discrepancy, well, other than the Packers, but the one I wanted to talk about was the Vikings. Not at all believing that J.J. McCarthy is going to be able to walk in his first season, and be productive to an extent that the Vikings are going to win. I have them under, and I think it's under by a lot. I have them at 4-13 this year.
Yeah,
and the under, I'm not. It's not on. I'm on the opposite of where the money is because the money is at minus 155 on the over 8.5. So I got them at plus. What did I get them at? Plus 130 on the under.
Okay, yeah, I'm not following you on that. I hear what you're saying. I like J.J. McCarthy probably as much as the media does. He's getting a lot of love, and I know you're not giving it to him, and I respect you for that. I like you standing on your own. He hasn't shown, his college tape. If you watch it, he only the guy averaged 15 attempts per game.
Yeah, the guy can hand the ball off like no.
Yeah,
no
that's
one
all
else.
he did.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, but the talent that I've seen from the combine, the talent I've seen when he actually does let it loose in games, he's legit, man. He's a winner too. Yeah. He's only lost one game in his whole collegiate career.
You're right. He looks great wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I am not a fan of J.J. McCarthy.
Between the combine and the tape where he's actually throwing the ball, the guy can make the throws in the right spots. And Kevin O'Connell's going to do his best to just get Justin Jefferson running his stellar routes, getting open. And really, McCarthy just has to get the ball there. And I think he can do that. So I think O'Connell is the only reason that I have McCarthy rated so high. I think you give him Josh Dobbs, you got Kirk Cousins and Nick Mullins, you got these random people. They've got these guys that started that just look good and they come out and play well. And obviously Sam Darnold's the prime example of this. I don't know. I know you think McCarthy might even get benched this season. Did you talk to me about that one time too?
Yeah. So I went out and bought some Sam Howell rookie cards this year because I'm I think he's going to get a shot, and who knows? Maybe there's a little bit of a resurgence there. I just don't like their schedule either. So I'm going to read off to you a stretch of games, and you tell me.
Let's go for it.
You tell me if you think how many wins you hear in this sequence.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, at Chargers, at Detroit, Baltimore, Chicago, at Green Bay.
Yeah, I got them winning versus the Chargers somehow.
Okay.
So I got, you said Philadelphia, the Chargers, and then the
at
Lions,
Detroit.
right? At Detroit, yep. I got the Lions winning that one.
Baltimore.
And then I have them beating Baltimore too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a bold move.
Yeah.
And then I have the Bears beating them in Week 11. But yeah, I went a little goofy with that one. I could probably see why that looks crazy. I just have a lot of faith in O'Connell. I like, the run game's good. Aaron Jones, when he's healthy, he's pretty good. They got another running back there. And Jordan Addison, if he stays out of prison, he'll be good for them. As always, TJ Hawkinson. Just
I mean,
stud, man.
I think realistically, there's a decent shot that the first 5 weeks of the season they're 1-5. That was before the stretch I even talked about. They play at Chicago. Yeah, they play at Chicago, so that's JJ's first game.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, and then Atlanta, people are whatever. And then Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I got Pittsburgh winning because they're in Ireland. Apparently, that's a home field for Pittsburgh fans. There's a lot of Irish people in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
I don't know what that means.
So I do have that as a home game for Pittsburgh. I got them winning versus the Falcons and the Bengals. I did that.
So I have them Falcons only.
And I have the Bengals game's going to be an insane shootout.
I could see them at 2-3.
All right. So I might have gotten you a little
Shootout. But I guess Sam Howell is playing.
Yes, I'll just roll with that. Kevin, you know what? Kevin O'Connell, if anybody can save Sam Howell, it'll be him. But I've seen him too many times in a Commanders jersey and a few other teams. He just looks so bad, man. He's got a hell of an arm. He can throw it anywhere, but he makes the dumbest throws you ever see in your life.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Everyone is so high on O'Connell coaching-wise, but I will say this, that Darnold came there last year with experience. J.J. McCarthy has 0 NFL experience. So
yeah, I'll give you that.
It's going to be a mess.
Yeah. All right. So that's a good take. I like that. Where you want to go
So
next?
we're going to go NFC South next.
All right. You want mine first?
Sure. We can go with yours.
I got Baker and the Bucks winning the division at 10-7. I got Penix in the Falcons at 7-10. Maybe Shook. I don't know who the quarterback is in New Orleans. Who knows? Somehow they got 6 wins. I don't know how the hell that came about. And then I finally have Bryce Young peeking over the line of scrimmage, trying to find somebody at 3-14.
Wow, you got the Saints at 6, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how they did that. Good for the Saints. Let me see who the hell they beat.
To play QB for him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Taysom Hill's going to be their man. No, I'm completely playing with you, but I think Tyler Shook's probably the guy that's going to beat out Rattler. I have no idea. Either way, Shook has a hell of a lot of college experience. I think the guy's like 37 years old. You know, he's old as shit. Old rookie, a lot of injuries, but a lot of quality throws from what I hear. So what you do? How do you have it?
So I am similar to you in a sense as far as the order goes. Last year the Bucks went 10-7. I think they're going to be better this year. I got a little happy with them. I think on the schedule, I got them at 14-3. So I could see them maybe doing like a 12-5 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But my big thing here is that the win total is at 9.5. People are on the under on that. A lot of people are high on the Falcons. I don't see the Penix thing. So I did take the Bucks over 9.5 at plus 115. I do have the Falcons at 10-7, and then I have the Panthers and Saints both at 3-14.
I can see that. I can see both ways. So the 3 wins somewhere got spat around to the Falcons versus mine. Yeah, man, it makes sense. I don't like the Panthers at all. I don't think, Chuba Hubbard, I like him. Chuba. I'm always rooting for Chuba because the guy doesn't get any love, and they draft a second-round running back, gets hurt. So, but outside of him, I mean, what are the Panthers? What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, if you told me that, I guess if the city of New York didn't exist, I would say the Panthers would be number 1 pick.
I can see that happening. I'm not giving Bryce Young the love that a lot of people are saying he came back and he's different. I don't know. I need to see a hell of a lot more. He had a better end of the season last year, but
yeah, I'll give you that. Like he definitely looked more competent,
less shitty.
I guess. Yeah. So, but yeah, as far as winning the conference and stuff like that, I like the Bucks. Bucks to win a division too. Not much value here, but it's minus 105. So clearly, which is I guess kind of weird in a sense too, is that the under is a little bit shaded unless they think they're just going to hit 9 and still win the conference.
Yeah, I mean it's a shitty division, but
it's possible.
We just went through it. Yeah. I mean they're not great. At Penix, what was his completion percentage? Like 50 something last year? It was atrocious.
Yeah.
So I mean they're probably seeing the same numbers we're seeing. Tedero McMillan, by the way, that's going to be Bryce Young's boy down there. I think he's going to be targeting the shit out of him. because he's got nobody else. Xavier Legette, I don't even know what happened with him. He's supposed to be this superstar guy coming out, like physical freak. He's just
Is
can't
McMillan
catch.
the one that came from Tampa?
No, there's another McMillan. He is now fourth on their depth chart somehow. The kid has a great year. But the Tetero McMillan is there's Jalen McMillan, I think, is the guy for the Bucks. So, yeah. Jalen Coker, undrafted wide receiver. I got him on a few dynasty teams. Hopefully he does something, but we'll see. Yeah. So I guess next we get into the NFC West.
Yeah, so I think this one is probably my favorite, even though I don't have any wagers on it. I think this is going to be this could be the one where I'm the most wrong at, I guess, potentially. So I have the 49ers just doing a complete 180 from last year, right? They do have the easiest schedule compared to win-loss records from last year. I think that will pay off for them, assuming that everybody plays and stays healthy. Could be a big assumption there. But I have them at like 15-2, and the Rams behind them at 11-6, and then I got Seahawks 9-8, and then Cardinals at 5-12.
We're really similar, minus the absurd amount of wins for the Niners and the Cardinals being as shitty as you got them. I think they might be that shitty. I just don't have them losing them any. I have the Rams at 11-6, same as you. The Niners at a realistic 10-7. Seahawks at 8-9, and the Cardinals at 8-9. So, yeah, big difference between you and I here. Where are you seeing these 15 wins? Give me something here. What do you?
Okay, I'll give you a stretch of games here. At New York Giants.
Yeah.
Win. We agree.
Week 9.
Yeah.
I have the Giants winning that game.
Okay, so you clearly high on New York football, and then at home against the Rams.
I have the Rams winning.
Okay, and then at Arizona.
Got them winning. San Fran.
Carolina.
Oh, you know who I have in that game.
Cleveland.
San Fran. I gave Cleveland this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The bye, and then Tennessee.
Easy win.
Colts.
Niners.
Chicago.
I got them winning out, dude. Niners and then first Seahawks, Niners.
I don't have them winning against the Seahawks because I don't have anybody playing that game.
Oh, there you go, because you're 15-2. Mine, they're still trying for the playoffs. At that point, they got 9 wins trying to sneak in there. So, yeah, I have them beating the Seahawks. That will kind of be a rivalry game for Sam Darnold, though. I can see Seahawks winning that. Darnold obviously played for the Niners for a quick minute. Got a couple starts, but, I mean, he's probably not that angry at them. But I don't know.
I would like to know where your Arizona victories are coming in at.
Yeah, I would too.
I think they start off hot.
Yeah, they start off win-win because they're playing the Saints and then Carolina.
Agreed.
I have the San Francisco beating them in
Me
week
too.
3.
I
bet you
100%,
do. Every game San Fran plays is going to win, with the exception of 2. And I know they're not versus the 5 and whatever you had the Cardinals. So I have the Seahawks beating them in week 4. I have them beating the Titans. I have them losing to the Colts. I have them beating Green Bay.
Okay, hold on. So I have them winning. I have them 4-1 going into week 6.
Okay, so I got them at 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh, so I got them 3-3.
You're 3-2. You have them 3-2. I got them 4-1. Okay, so 1 game difference.
Oh, 3. Yep.
And then week 6, you have what?
I had the Colts beating them.
Me too.
Yep. And then week 7, I have them beating Green Bay.
Apparently, because you got Green Bay at the bottom
6
of
and 11.
the cellar.
I got them as I don't know how the hell they got their ass kicked so bad in my picks. Cowboys beating them. I have.
This is a rough stretch for them right here. This is where I think.
This. I can see this not going well for
This
them.
is where the season goes off track, and then it's just over from there.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people would love to see Kyler Murray not succeed, and those are the people that traded him, and I'm one of them. So week 10, I have them beating the Seahawks. I have Niners beating them in 11. Week 12, I got my boy Trevor Lawrence coming alive and beating them. And week 13, they're beating the Bucks. And week 14, I got the Rams winning. So
okay. So from week 9 to week 14, they have 0 wins from me.
Okay, I don't know, man. That's tight. I mean, you don't have them beating. I mean,
my thing just.
At rivalry games, I go with division rivals. I kind of juice it up a bit for the underdog. I know the Seahawks will probably come in favored at that point. I have them having a better season. I just don't know. Well, they're tied record-wise, but I got them both at 1-1, I think, versus each other. If I want to double check that, but yeah, that's interesting that you have them losing every one of those.
Yeah, and then at the end of the year, I got them beating Houston, and then they're out in the last three games. They lose.
I gave Stroud that win in Week 15.
I did too.
And I have them beating.
No, I did not. Sorry. Yeah.
I have them beating Penix. Excuse me. I have them getting crushed by the Bengals, and I have the Rams somehow losing to them. Probably
At
because
home,
they locked up the division at
the
that
Rams
point.
are
They've
going-
locked up the division at that point. You're going to have,
Okay.
yeah. That's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. Actually, he'll probably put in Stenson Bennett in that game or something. Like, get out there, kid. 27-year-old
I haven't heard that name
second-year player.
in a while.
Yeah. It's a good pull, right? Was he a Bulldog?
He was.
Yeah. Champion winner. So that's the NFC. Interesting stuff, Dan. We'll see what the Cardinals do. I'm not a big fan of them, but I'm not as hating as much as you are. Bro, you woke up and drank some haterade and like, yeah, I'm going to piss on the Cardinals. So let me hear where your bets are. What action have you got out there? I haven't sprinkled any actual action, so I can't really speak to what I bet. And out of what you've told me today, all of mine seem kind of on keel with what the league picks. I don't have any outstanding ones that are like, wow, there's enough buffer to go after it. I might follow you in the Detroit one, though. I do like that bet.
Just to kind of recap what I did for the NFC then, I have the Bears at over 8.5 plus 105, Lions over 10.5 wins at minus 110, and then the Vikings under 8.5 at plus 130, and the Bucks over 9.5 at plus 115.
Okay. Do you want one-on-one action versus me with the Vikings? I'll take the Vikings. I don't know. They're going to get, 5.5, right?
No, I'm not gonna steal your money. I don't need to do that.
I'm sure later on in the season, I'll be thanking you for that. You're better at this than I am picking them out right. Like I said, I do a week to week. I go off everything under the sun. We'll go through that as the season progresses. But I'm a big prop bet guy, and I also enjoy betting a few games here and there. I don't do parlays. I like money, so I don't do parlays.
I'm looking forward to us doing the AFC show now, because after some of your comments about what you got wins and losses, I think we're going to be quite different on the AFC side.
Yeah, sneak peek, AFC East is awesome. Yeah, so just sneak peek. That's what I'm looking at there. Outside of that, nothing really crazy, I think. We'll see. It's going to be fun. But thanks for joining us. This little breakdown of what we're thinking this season. You're welcome to follow Dan on The Better Blueprint. That's his take on all these as well. You can listen to it again and kind of follow his action. Additionally, thanks for the following on whatever the hell you're listening to us in. Cool. Appreciate it. If you didn't like it, we don't care. We're still going to do this. So appreciate you listening this long if you did, even if you don't like it. So, Dan, you want to add anything?
Again, no, just looking forward to the next show. We're getting closer to the season starting. I mean, we're recording this on the 28th, so we're 3 days away from the first game, first preseason game. So not that we will be betting that or anything, but
oh yeah, I'm all over that shit. I'll find something.
the over's at 32.5. So
there you go.
I don't hate it.
I think they usually trend under the Hall of Fame game. I'm almost positive. We have to look this up.
They have in the past, but the last few years have gone over.
That's kind of it. So thanks a lot for being here. We appreciate you. I'll try to edit the glare from my forehead. That was the other feedback I got. So wear sunglasses when you watch this shit. All right. Thank you. We appreciate you listening. Have a good day. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. You didn't like Happy Gilmore? I love it.
I didn't. I just
different magnetic. Yo, my raps vaulted, here my memory banks that never be released. Box cut inside the apple, you're in for a treat. Paper cuts in a vicious way, run it back, dad give away the handoff, the cease. Reigns Tony Kukoc, I've been diagnosed with whack rapper symptoms. You might need creatine or cortisone shots. Sort of poems out the